Hey everyone, welcome to your Modern Maven Tarot Monthly Tarot. Before we dive into the tarot though, I wanted to go over the astrology briefly for November 2024 and also want to thank all of you for joining me. If this does end up resonating, please do hit that like button, subscribe, and share this with somebody who needs to hear this message. For November 2024, there's a lot happening astrologically. We're finally going to be entering Pluto and Aquarius, which is very exciting, but remember too, this is a very pivotal transformational period. This transformation for some people might happen overnight on a conscious level, but as far as the 3D level, we'll be going through some transformations for a while. Now, if you want to skip ahead to your tarot reading, I will have that time stamped, but if you want to stick around for a little bit, get a little bit of information, I also highly suggest that you check out astrology.com's calendar for November 2024. Take a look at your chart and see if there's any key highlights, specifically too if you have a planet, let's say you have Mercury in Sagittarius, and we have Mercury entering Sagittarius on November 2nd. I would highlight that and then utilize that energy to the best of your benefit. Since this month is so transformative, we really want to stay grounded. So I'm going to remind everyone, the best thing you can do is constantly do your shadow work, all right? Your inner child wants to feel safe. Okay, and so the best thing you can do is continually do that, utilize that energy, because the more of us who individually do that shadow work, the better off the collective will be. Okay, so let's kick this off, and the full calendar again will be linked in the description of this video. Now, November 1st, we start with the new moon in Scorpio, okay? So this is going to be exciting and scary, okay? Because, it's that idea of knowing that there's change, and change can be exciting, but it can also be scary because we're leaving the comforts of what we know, all right? Even if what we know isn't the best for us, there's still comfort in really expecting what's to come. Now, this new moon is very productive, okay? It'll help us plan for the future. And since it's a new moon and it's regarding transformation, let go of anything from your past identity. And I've already noticed this in the tarot readings that I've done so far. There is so much to embrace with the new, but we gotta let go of the baggage from the past to feel lighter, especially once we get into that air energy of Aquarius and Pluto. Pluto and Aquarius. So let go of your past self, get ready for the new, embrace the possibilities. So this new moon, even with all the chaos in the collective, personally set those intentions for yourself, for the collective, for what you envision the future, all right? And allow it to come to fruition. Now, November 2nd, Mercury enters Sagittarius. I love this because that energy is really bringing truth and honesty, okay? And so here's where this truth and honesty too, it's going to be for the rest of the year, where it's like, I want the truth, all right? You're going to want the truth. We have a lot of misinformation. We have a lot of energy of deceit that has been around. And this is a great time also for making travel plans, okay? So if you also want to explore learning more, if you've ever wanted to go back to school, now is the time to do it. And getting a better understanding of the world, okay, and the collective. And this will be great going into Pluto and Aquarius, connecting us all in the global community. So the more you can do to understand people who are outside of your, personal bubble of understanding, the better you will be in preparation for the insights that are coming to all of us, okay? But travel plans, get excited. You just had that new moon, so you actually might want to incorporate some travel plans in that new moon in Scorpio. Where have you always wanted to travel? Exploring and expanding your knowledge, okay? Now, November 3rd, we have Mars entering Leo. All right. Now, with this, we are going to feel more passionate about life, okay? However, don't forget, along with the heat, that Leo can bring the drama. So going back to your shadow work, the more that you can make that ego energy less confrontational, I guess, is really what I would say, the better off you'll be. I mean, sometimes we do have to allow that confrontation to come. It's just make sure that you're choosing your battles wisely, all right? Because the Mars and Leo, we're going to want to assert ourselves to defend our ego. And sometimes we don't necessarily need to get into the muck, all right? Now, remember, a lot of chaos. There's going to be so much baiting and trolling to get you to attach your energy to low vibe energies, all right? So rise above and focus on the future ahead. Focus on your new moon and Scorpio intentions, okay? And allow that flair for drama to allow you to shine, not to get in the depths of the muck. Now, November 11th, 11/11, I love this, Venus enters Capricorn. So this is where we're going to really get more serious and practical, okay? This is the energy of slow and steady wins the race. Now remember, Venus isn't only love, it's your finances and your health, okay? So when it comes to business relationships, your reputation, thinking practically about all of these areas of your life of relationships, health, wellness, finances. You're going to be feeling more practical, and you're also going to learn to align with people that make your life better. Okay, so this is where we really are going to start seeing the people who are putting in the work. All right, so if you are in a situation where maybe you feel like you're carrying more of a weight, you're going to start noticing the people around you who are doing just as much as you, and you're going to start gravitating towards those people. Okay, but this is the best time to get serious with everything. So we're wrapping up the year, we're tying up loose ends. And so if there's anything related to loose ends with your finances, with any business relationships, that's really something that will encourage us to tackle. Okay, now November 11th, I'm sorry, not November 11th, November 12th, Saturn goes direct in Pisces. Now, this is exciting because remember, we had Saturn going direct in November 2023 at the beginning of November. And now we have a full circle, okay, of a year. Now, Saturn has gone direct and retrograde in that time a couple times, but we get to go and reflect back on the last year. What challenges have you faced? How have you built your strength and resilience? These are questions we want to ask because we want to be our own cheerleader, okay? Especially leading up to the full moon and after this. So it's time to drop back into reality. So it's so nice that the day before we have Venus entering Capricorn, which is already energetically encouraging us to really get serious about what it is we want to nurture, okay? So when we get back into the reality, Saturn's pulling the reins back, all right, until the end of the year. Now, this is where we can use the lessons we've learned to build solid foundations. Okay, and emotional boundaries. That's important. Now remember, because Pisces, that's a big lesson with Pisces in general, is emotional boundaries. So this is setting us up for 2025. Now here's the big thing, because solid foundations, so important. If there's cracks in your foundation, we want to nip that in the bud right now, all right? And so here's where we need to ask ourselves, of all the areas I've grown, of all the areas where I've stepped out of my comfort zone, where am I still holding myself back? Because that's what we are going to want to accept the challenge of into the new year, all right? Utilize November and December to really flush out anything that is still left over from past identities, past chapters, okay? Now, November 15th, full moon in Taurus. So this is so lovely because Taurus rules Venus, right? And on November 11th, we have Venus going into a fellow earth sign, Capricorn, a very practical energy. Now, this full moon in Taurus is going to be very grounding, okay? It's a very sensual full moon, actually. So it's really where this is the fork in the road, okay? Where we have to ask ourselves, what are our values, all right? If your values change, that is part of evolving. That is part of this higher consciousness. So this is a good time to really go over everything related to value and what you value, and also your valuables, okay? Because Venus, again, also rules finances, and Taurus is the ruler of Venus. So we really want to ask ourselves, like, perhaps there's things that you valued before, like material things that you don't value as much. Let's say that you always valued, buying really nice clothes. We're in Sagittarius season. You're thinking, you know what? That money that I've been using to buy clothes that I'm not wearing, I could put in a savings account to take that dream trip that I've always wanted to take. All right, that's the kind of like reassessing values here with this full moon. Really asking yourselves, where am I putting this money? And am I getting the satisfaction I used to get out of what I'm doing with my money? Okay, and again, like also putting out the energy of love. Please, 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 collective love. We need it so much. Now, the big one, November 19th, Pluto enters Aquarius. Okay, now Pluto is finally going to be here for the next 2 decades. So this really truly is the dawning of a new age. We have to remember that. Now it's the dawning of a new age, okay? And so while some of us might like consciously be already there and jumping in there, we really need to remind ourselves that this is going to take work, and Pluto's about power, okay? Personal power. Now we have Saturn direct, which is actually a positive thing because we're able to put that discipline and rising the challenge, the resilience into this new age of rethinking power, all right? Re-identifying what power is to us personally and power in the collective, and how we want to see power play out in the collective. Okay, so we have to get ready though for what this brings, okay? It does bring the falling of empires, rebellion, but a new vision for the world. And so that's what you need to hold on to, is understand the process, send out love, and really believe in the dawning of a new age, okay? Now, November 21st, Sun enters Sagittarius, okay? So over the next 4 weeks, this is going to be really fiery, but really positive fiery energy, all right? This is where we are going to feel this sense of generosity and daring, taking risks, all right, filled with this feeling of freedom. And we want to race to that new horizon of this new worldview. So we're really going to be pushed and amped to push forward Pluto and Aquarius energy, all right? So channel that energy to the best of your abilities. And remember, we also have Mars in Leo. So remember not to only do it for your own personal ego, but what you truly think is the vision for the future for all of us, not just yourself, but for all of us, okay? Really putting your passion into what is best for the collective and allowing your ego to shine in a manner that isn't just self-serving, all right? But this is going to be so exciting. This is bold energy. Put yourself out there, okay? Really do the things that you've always been scared to do. Because remember, we also had all of that Scorpio energy. So we're shedding, prior to this, we're shedding all of the things that have been holding us back. Now, November 30th. Oh, and right after that, we do have a Mercury retrograde, but it's really more about travel. So just pay attention to your travel plans during Mercury retrograde, okay? But Mercury retrogrades aren't always this doom and gloom. Okay, now November 30th, a new moon in Sagittarius. So we have 2 new moons in this month, okay? So this is a power-packed month. And remember, I'm only doing just the highlights. Go to astrology.com. There is a lot more details. Highlight these dates. Write a little note in your calendar, for setting intentions, for making daring moves, for doing everything, all right? Now, new moon, November 30th, new moon in Sagittarius. This is where we want to spend the last days of November breaking out of our comfort zone and expanding our horizons, okay? This is a good time to take a holiday trip. Again, going back to that Sagittarius energy of learning, expanding our horizons, traveling. Like, this is where we want to get excited, okay? So we're putting all that energy together, and now's the time to actually take these plans and be like, I am going to come and make them into my reality. All right. So it's a very exciting month ahead. I hope you all are excited. Remember, stay, as Pam Gregory says, stay on your eagle's perch. Stay focused on the future. Align with your values. Align with the people who also align with your values for the greater good of the collective. Okay. And now enjoy your tarot reading. All right, Capricorns, let's get to your monthly reading. While I was clearing your cards, very much connected to going back to reassessing our values, like the astrology said, right? And so you are reassessing the value, your emotional values. Okay. There was a message of a teacher. I do think this is somebody teaching you something, and perhaps it is somebody you're emotionally connected to. There was also a message of middle road, so compromising. So if there is something here, where you're going to get that Capricorn digging in your heels energy, we do want to lighten that up a bit with some compromise. All right. Welcoming and compromise. It could be with some water energy, but I'm just getting something they're very emotionally connected, that we're seeing the value of compromise is really something very much excited celebration. But value of compromise, somebody teaching you something, and a lot of spiritual energy being activated. Now, you have gotten this message recently too of like really allowing that, the spirituality, the journeys within, and that there's something here within you to highlighting and recognizing and understanding that we're all connected to the same light. All right. We all have our own vision. We all have our own mindset, and it's time to meet in the middle. Okay. Now remember, we have Pluto leaving your sign. It's not going to be there for the rest of our lifetimes. And so welcoming in communal compromise is going to be very important with the innovative Aquarian age, okay? Seeing different opinions, seeing different views, and really strongly letting go to something that we a sense of justice, a sense of being right, a sense of conviction of my way or the highway. We're going to want to lighten that up a bit, especially in Scorpio season. Okay. So let us see what we got going on for you. But this is a very exciting month. Okay. So just don't dig your heels in. All right. Welcome the acceptance of compromise. Okay. But that is emotionally exciting. You're really recognizing what you do value. And I think you're putting more energy into that, which is very exciting. Yeah, Pluto's bringing this in, okay? And so remember, emotional evolution is a big part of this Pluto in Aquarius energy. Ooh, whoa, wow. Okay, this is fiery. This is exciting. Okay, so your overall energy this month is the Three of Wands. Okay, so this is where you want to embrace all of the possibilities coming in, all right? Embracing a new way of thinking. Your ships are coming in. Do not think of limitations, think of possibilities. And it's going to come with a new mindset, okay? So overall, though, this is so exciting to see. This sparks creativity, it sparks your imagination, and it sparks your drive. Now, what you need more of, though, is the Ace of Swords. Somebody else got this in the exact same position, and it might have been your polar natal sign of Cancer. I think it was. I don't remember, though. But somebody else got this in this area, though, of determination. Oh, no, I think it was Sagittarius. Either way. New determination, new way of thinking, okay? Embrace it. There's freedom that comes with this new mindset. There's this freedom that comes with this new way of thinking. All right. And you're meant to say yes. Okay. Because there's a lot of Aquarius energy in this card. Say yes. This new determination, keep with it. Now, what you have the right amount of. Ace of Coins, getting started. Okay. Like everything is shifting for your benefit. But we have to see it as that. Okay. So that's the problem, is like sometimes, especially with signs that are, comfortable in the routine or the structure that's already there, we have to accept it, all right? And this is coming because of Pluto in Aquarius energy coming in. There's so much to grow from this, but we have to accept this new path and this new way of thinking. Now, what we need less of is the Eight of Coins. So this is interesting because this is the increase. This is, expanding what you've already worked on, okay? And what's really coming in is I just got the visual of the chalkboard being erased. Going back to the teacher, okay? Like this is like square one, like this is reset button. A lot of people are getting that. Remember, we're all collectively getting a reset button. We're having Capricorn, Pluto leave Capricorn, and entering Aquarius, okay? Like last time in our lifetimes, major reset button for the collective. And then it's going to be in Aquarius for 20 years, okay? So this is, like I said, we're setting a new foundation. So there's something here to holding on to whatever this energy is, that now it's like reset button. All right. Now what you can change, Knight of Cups. This is where I'm saying like there's something that emotionally fulfills you, emotionally drives you. And we perhaps have always put limitations on that. And now's the time to not limit ourselves. There's a spark within you. You see the potential. You can actually see it, right? And we have to act on it though, all right? The Knights, they charge forward, and the Knight of Cups is what charging forward emotionally. It could be too, what you change, like maybe somebody comes in with a proposal that emotionally does fulfill you and you want to say yes to it. What you need to accept, the Four of Swords, okay? So, and it's interesting because I almost had Ace of Swords. This new determination, it does take the balance of your time and your energy, and also like the discipline of your thoughts. But the Four of Swords like need spiritual healing, needing for resting, and you did get a lot of spiritual energy. And so we do need to unplug from whatever this is and plugging into the idea of what it means to rest and to heal and to kind of clear our thoughts, okay? We have clarity and we need to accept that clarity, all right? And it really takes balancing our energy. But the end of the month, Knight of Wands, charged up and ready to go, all right? So love seeing this. It's Scorpio energy, but I do get strong Sagittarius because of the fire, and we're leaving Scorpio season and going into Sagittarius season. So a lot of people, what they're getting is things are activating in the middle of the month, or I'm sorry, things are activating beginning to middle of the month. And then once Sagittarius season hits, once we get Pluto and Aquarius, off to the races. We're all charged up, all right? We're all being lifted up. And so for you, like I said, it takes this new determination, this new mindset, and really getting started, okay? So let us see I want to see what past life energy is like. There's something, like I said, it's deep within you. And so let's see where that's coming from. What past life energy is helping Capricorns the month of... Okay, maybe we don't want to help you. All right, let's see what it's attached to that 8 of coins. What past life energy is attached to this 8 of coins for Capricorns, November. Ooh, what did I say about digging heels? Okay, forgiveness. Oh, hello. Look at this too. Look at those 2 birds and look at these 2 birds. All right, new mindset, new determination, forgiveness. And I opened up right to the page. This is a clear message. The situation you're inquiring about will be healed or improved through your willingness to release old stored anger. You may not even be consciously aware that you've been holding on to resentment. Your anger may show up in subtle ways, such as a high blood pressure, addictions, insomnia, or moodiness. Wouldn't it feel great to have stable moods and more control over your health? Ace of Coins is related to your health too, mental and physical. Forgiveness isn't the same as saying that the actions of others were justified or acceptable. Instead, forgiveness is a statement of self-empowerment. You choose to detoxify yourself of all stored anger and other negative energies. After all, when you hang on to anger, it only hurts you and not the other person. To heal the situation, be aware that meditation and introspection are important practices that can help you. See that your anger is merely a transient feeling, like a dark cloud floating across the sky. Recognize that the source comes from a past life and let it go. Forgiveness is cathartic and profoundly healing. Free yourself from negative and harmful emotions. All right, so free yourself. Look at that. So cool. And it's going to come from like having this alone time. It's really going to come from facing the things inside that we might not even realize we're still attached to. So what archetypal energy is around Capricorns November? Yeah, look, liberate yourself, liberator, liberate yourself. New mindset. Wow. All right. So archetypal energy, God, light attributes, benevolence and compassion, recognizing the internal force within yourself and others, shadow attributes, despotism and cruelty, using power to control people. Yeah, we're really freeing ourselves, okay? It's a go with the flow. I know you're a cardinal sign, but it's a go with the flow energy this month. So what dragon energy is going to help Capricorns welcome in the Ace of Swords? What? Whoa. So, I do feel there might be some resistance to that this month. Air and fire dragon. This is perfect because Pluto and Aquarius, air, is coming in with the coming of Sagittarius season, fire. Expand your creative energies. This is going to be the best thing for you. Harness your creativity, excitement, enthusiasm. Communicate passion. That's what you're meant to do this month, all right? Welcome it in. Like, have some very, almost Piscean energy of like the sky is the limit, believing that miracles and all that energy. Black dragon cocoons you so that your divine potential grows. Cocoons you. Look at 4 of Swords. Meditate, reflect, undergo a metamorphosis. That's literally what this card is. You need to accept the metamorphosis through meditation, reflection, okay? And forgiveness. This is so cool. All right, let's get an empowering question to help you with all of this. I'm getting really excited for you. So really say yes to this, all right? Like everything's pushing for it. Welcome in the Aquarian Pluto energy. What empowering question is going to help you do that? Am I living according to the expectations and dreams of others or of my own? How do I distinguish them from one another? This is your dreams, your possibilities. The sky's the limit. And yeah, here we go. What is the worst that could happen if I let go of the things that no longer serve me? That's going to come with this, all right? It's going to come with this cocooning yourself and undergoing a All right, so let's get some crystal energy that is going to help you with this metamorphosis and clearing. New determination coming in. What crystal energy is going to help Capricorns? Oh, yeah, labradorite. This is a great, it looks beautiful too, so if you can get some, pick it up. Free will. Okay, so this is a reminder too with tarot. Tarot is a choice. Life is a choice. It's to choose your own adventure. So we do need to recognize our own free will, and also, though, more importantly, the free will of other people. I think it's going to come with that forgiveness. All right, you have free will, but so do other people. And that's an important message for you, Capricorns. So let us get a clarifier for the end of the month. Because remember, the end of the month is charged up. Yeah, you got to be careful, all right? Like, I'm getting this digging your heels energy in, and we don't want to dig our heels in, because 5 of Wands is Saturn and Leo, a lesson with our ego. If we're too focused on the lower vibe petty BS, we're going to miss this Knight of Pentacles coming in. A lot of nights, though, can indicate a lot of conflict, a lot of like, yeah, it's coming. Okay. This is, please do some shadow work this month, because this is what our focus should be. All right, your ships are coming in, but it does take the recognition from within. That deep internal work, honestly, I think the 4 of Swords is the most important for you this month, Capricorns. All right, do that deep healing, wonderful guided meditations on YouTube. Do that shadow work, understand the nature of appearances, your free will, and the free will of others, okay? So thank you so much for joining me, Capricorns. Amazing month ahead. Get excited, let go, have this new determination, free yourself from the shackles of the past, and shine your inner light. You've got this.